So
What steps must a person accomplish to become certified or respected in this profession?
okay, so I just say like go to school for it.
Mhm,
There's also master classes, things like that you can take online.
mhm,
Making sure that you have a dope portfolio. So
mhm,
once you're designed, like having a portfolio set up, mine I actually need to work on, but I have my portfolio on my phone. So my iPhone, I just have pictures. And so when people hit me up and they go, "Hey, do you have design styles?" and I just send them those pictures
mhm,
for
mhm,
one. And then number two, um, I can email them to them or whatever like that. But things like Behance, which is a website, is very helpful to put your designs on and things like that. So if you wanted to get into something like this, I definitely say just like go to school and learn the basics, right? Some people are self-taught, which and they are beasts, and I'm just like, what? I wish I would have done that, but because now $50,000 later, in a loan,
Nah, that's real.
but if you can do it, if you can go to school, and honestly, find a community college because you might be able to get like a grant or loans or whatever that'll be dirt cheap for you to go and learn some of these classes.
Mhm,
Even if you took like 3 or 4 classes in graphic design, one for InDesign, one for Photoshop and stuff like that, you might then from there, after watching more YouTube videos, after watching this, just kill the game. But I do say having some of those classes under your belt, so then when people come to you, you can be like, "Yep, I went to school for this," or "This is what I learned in college," or whatever, and I think that's super helpful. And then on top of that, like I said, just having that portfolio is gold because then you're able to put the proof with the pudding. You know what I'm saying? No, your correction. Your portfolio is your pudding, and that's what you want people to taste. So you want to make sure that you have one set up to the point that when people come to you, you're like, oh yeah, here, eat this. Like they're ready. Like they're like, oh, so how is this really good? Are you really that good? Oh yeah, try this. Check me out. And so you got that, and then you're also saying, oh yeah, and by the way, went to college for this,
sure.
or something like that. So I think that those are big deals. I'm finding good books to read. One book I suggest is called The War of Art, by Stephen Pressfield. I read it once, gave it to someone, and I bought another one. That's
Mm,
how serious, that's how good it is. And it's a
wow.
short read. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a short read. Like it's not even like real talk. If you took a day, you would be done.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
I'm not even talking about like Harry Potter. I have friends that have read a Harry Potter book in a day,
mhm,
and I'm like, them things was thick, and I would never.
mhm,
But this book right here, that took a whole day. You could probably read this joint in like several hours. But I would encourage you because it's like more like they're like axioms. So essentially like proverbs, like each one is like this like literally like 3 pages, four
mhm,
pages. And he
mhm,
goes, "This is what I learned when I worked on this movie, because he was a director, and he's like, when I worked on this one failed, and this is why." And it is nothing but simple, just like, yo, to the point, this is how you work on your craft, and don't get distracted. Don't let distraction be your enemy. um so I definitely say 100% get that book. And then just like follow people. If you have like social media, follow people. Find artists, find designers that you can be impressed by. Don't get intimidated by them because you're you and they're them. And so you may have your own design style and they might have their own design style. So your goal is not to get to them. Your goal is to better you.
mhm,
But bettering you doesn't mean that you become them ever.
mhm.
So just make sure of that. So I follow again Timmy Coker's. Oh my gosh, I know I've talked about him earlier, but his work is ridiculous, and I love his work. But I'm not Timmy. And I had a moment where with graphic design, I was looking at other people, and I was like, oh God, I'm not that good, but I'm good, right? I'm just not them. That
Mm.
doesn't mean I'm not good.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
not them. And so make sure that you remind yourself of that too. And so your work will show that, and in your confidence of your craft, your work will show that. So yeah.
Okay.